Okay, so I actually am starting a little earlier than I said. I just finished the bottom layer and I just put the second layer down. But I'm attempting, I always try to keep all those bottom curls back so they don't get in my way, because it always bothers me for some reason when the curls are down here and the straight hair's on top. I feel like I can't see what I'm doing. So like I said, everything's just back. I just keep this straight hair in front, and then I do the same thing starting from the back. So then I just start with a piece from as far back as I can, keeping it pretty thick usually. I pretty much brush everyone out so it's like a straight piece like this. Then I just do the same thing. I usually do bring it up all the way to the root, but it doesn't like stay curly up there typically. And then I realized that in the last video I didn't say why I alternate on the bottom layer. So I never used to, because I always thought that it was like a sin to ever curl your hair with curls going forward. But then I watch Whitney Simmons sometimes, and she says that curling your hair going forward and backwards kind of gives you like more volume, and then so I think that was her reason, more volume. But then along with that, I've noticed that when you don't have them all going the same direction, they don't all form together. Because sometimes when I have them all going back, then all the hair just like curls together, and it's like I have like 5 curls that is just like all, you can see like the definition, whereas I kind of like it like a little bit messier and wavy and like not so like cookie cutter, I guess. So I guess I'll just keep you on here if you don't have to listen to everything. And I really struggled with curling my whole life. I always prefer my hair curled better than straight, but this is my natural hair right here. Like, this is it, just pin straight. I haven't straightened it or anything like that. And I always pretty much hate it because I have no volume. And I just feel like it's always like so just like stuck to my face. And I actually have really thick hair, and I think that most of the time it doesn't look like I have thick hair because it's just so flat. So my goal is volume typically. But so especially when I had really long hair, it was so heavy that by the time I finished curling it on one side, the other side would be completely flat and completely straight again. So I pretty much never curled my hair because it took me so long and takes so much effort, and then it would just be straight. Or I would have to like put so much hairspray in it, and it just didn't look good. I was never really good at curling my hair ever. But whenever Haley used to curl my hair, she would always do a wand, even when it was long, and the wand definitely holds better in my opinion. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, I think I like watched a video that said with the wand all of your hair is touching the hot plate, rather than with a curling iron you're like curling up the ends in the hottest part, and then as you wrap it around, the outer layers aren't getting as hot, obviously, because it's wrapped around other hairs. Okay, so this was the piece that I did right before the very front piece. I have to be really careful with this front piece because this little guy's pretty short. So sometimes if I'm not careful, it ends up looking really ringlety around the front, which I hate. Like that one time when we went to Mad Tree, I felt like my hair looked like a poodle all night, and it's because the pieces that were around my face were way too curly. So I've been trying to take a really, really thick piece in the front, like a lot of hair, because when I just curl these like little hairs by themselves, that's when I have trouble. So I take a pretty big piece. I don't know if you can tell how big it is. And then I would just comb it like how I want it to lay. I hope I can do this on camera right. Watch me mess it up for you. Okay, so I typically hold this out, and then I don't want to start curling too far up. So I usually don't start the curl until like maybe at my eye or a little bit lower. So I would just put it in like this, kind of straighten it out, and then just wrap my hair around pretty much just like this. I don't know if you can see very well. So we'll see how that turns out. Sometimes I rub it like this sometimes, so it like moves up and down the hair. I don't know. That's literally something I created. That could be terrible or it could not work. I have no idea. Okay. Okay, so not a real winner here, but not terrible. It's going in instead of out. I don't know how I messed that up. I might leave this right here, but I'm gonna try to redo this one because I see how I don't like it to be that curly at the end. I think the trend is more about leaving the ends straight. So I'm gonna redo this one. Darn it, sorry, I really tried to get it right on the first try. I might even go ahead and straighten this end a little bit. And I typically, what my real goal is, because I have been curling my hair as much as possible. Oh yeah, I never got to where I was going. So now that I have like super short hair and the layers make all the difference in the world, my hair stays curled for so much longer. I'm always so happy with it. So what I typically do is, I don't know if you know this about me, you probably do, but I only wash my hair like once a week. And so I will wash my hair and then curl it the first day that it's clean, and I'll usually do pretty tight curls. And then as the week goes on, the curls relax more, and then I just wear those curls all week long. So it's more like curls at the beginning of the week, and then by the end of the week it's like waves, but I like it. And it works for me because I'm pretty low maintenance. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. I don't know how I messed that up last time. Okay, I need to start back here. Here we go. And then pull it out to like the eyebrow area like I was saying. Wrap it around, going away from the face. So I'm really only wrapping once right here, maybe like 1.5, because I'm trying to leave more of that end out. We'll see how this one turns out, who knows. And I probably hold my curls on here longer than what you would need to, but just for me, I know that my hair does not curl well, so I typically leave it on for a pretty long time. I hope you don't think that I'm like damaging my hair really bad. Okay, yeah, that one's not too bad. Not as bad as the other one. So then I just leave all this. So this whole side is curled. I'm just gonna leave that for now. And then I'm coming back to this side. I hope you can see this side. I'm not sure if I should turn myself maybe. Okay, and then this is the side that I'm doing all with the flat iron. We'll just compare it at the end. I've never done this before, but it's not like I'm leaving the house, so if it turns out terrible, it doesn't really matter. Again, you don't have to watch me just talk this whole time, but at this point, I'm just gonna keep it rolling. Starting from the back again, like I said. Brushing it out so it's kind of just like a straight piece. Then I just try to start up here at the root, slowly come out and twist. I get like one twist in there, and then I just pull out just like this. And then that last part, it's not clamped anymore. I've released the clamp, but I'm kind of just pulling it out so it has that nice straight end. And so there's not like a cramp from when I let go. So there's that little guy. Then again, I just put him back behind everything else so it's not in the way. And then on the top row, I typically do all away from my face on the top. I think this one over here ended up being towards my face, but it's okay because like I said, it's not a crime anymore to have alternating directions. Thanks, Whitney Simmons. This is a big piece. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. My goal is about being functional because, like I said, it used to take me like over an hour or even more sometimes to curl my hair, and that's why I never did it ever. But now that I'm trying to wear my hair curled more, I really just try to do it as fast as I possibly can. And it's not like they have to be perfect curls because I feel like the look is more like beachy and wavy. So if all the curls like don't turn out, that's okay. Maybe even better sometimes. I think this video is proving to the both of us that I would never make a good YouTuber. I actually did watch James Charles videos last night. I don't know if you watch him at all, but he's the makeup guy. He kind of looks like a girl sometimes. I didn't know like what his pronouns are, but I think they are him, he, his, or whatever. And so the only reason I watched him is because, you know, I've been watching TikTok, and there's this adorable little girl on there named Addison Rae. She's like 19. She's so cute. She's like one of those TikTok dancers. And James Charles did her makeup, and he was like interviewing her, and like as he was doing her makeup, and it was just really enjoyable. I liked watching it, and I think she's just absolutely adorable anyway. So that's why I watched it. Otherwise, I don't watch makeup videos on YouTube typically, but I probably should. Okay, let's see. This is a pretty big piece, but I think we're gonna go for it. Maybe I'll actually section this lower part off and do this one first. Oh, that was a good one. Okay. Now I have found that with the flat iron, doing the curl in the front is really hard. It's just trial and error. And like I was saying before, I'm going to go back to, like so I've never been good at curling my hair, but especially like when I first cut it, it took me quite a few times to figure out like what is the best way to go about this. So right now this is what I've been doing. And like that one picture or that one video I posted on Instagram after me and my mom highlighted my hair, those curls I thought turned out really good. Like that's the look that I like, but it doesn't always turn out the look that I like. So I think Sadie kind of has her style figured out too. Okay, so for this, probably try to start like up here. I'm not clamping, I'm kind of just like getting the heat on it. I'm trying to like come to where I do clamp pretty slowly. That way there's not like a harsh cramp like I keep saying. I think we're starting a little high, so I'm gonna pull it out a little more. And then just a little curl. Leaving the end straight. Not bad. That's not terrible. We can brush that out. Okay. So I usually try to let them all cool off first. I'm gonna show you what the sides look like in comparison. So this side is the wand. So you can totally tell that these were done by a wand, I think. Kind of has that poodle-like look. So that's what these look like. Ends are all straight. That's the goal. Okay, and then this side is the flat iron. So as you can see, these look really barrel curly. Like they look like they were done with a curling iron, I think. Again, end straight. So I know this looks like ridiculous right now, but this is just how it looks when I get done curling. So after everything's cooled down, because I really like to make sure everything's cooled, because you know, some people would just go straight in with a brush and start brushing the curls out. If I do that, sometimes I will literally brush out the curl altogether, and then they're gone, my hair's straight, and I just ruined all my progress. So what I do, because I'm like, my hair doesn't hold a curl very well, I will usually flip upside down and shake it out first. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I really just try to get the top so that way it can all like blend together a little more. I'm pretty rough with it. I kind of just do this for a little while. Kind of pull it apart so that way they're not so like cohesive or whatever. Okay, so after that, look a little bit like George Washington. I try to shake my part back in to where it was when I curled it so they're all still on their side. So this is what we're looking like now, just like this. So now I might like run my fingers through a little bit. Again, I probably will end up going through with a brush, but I'm kind of like apprehensive about it because that could just totally straighten out the curls. If you're me, maybe your hair curls a lot better than mine. It probably does. Most people's do. Okay, so this is what we're working with right now. I am going to start in with the brush. First, I would start on the ends because I don't mind if the ends are straight. That's my goal. I'm not loving this little guy right here. This guy's curling a lot in the front. Hold on, I'm going to try to straighten it. I don't know if that helped. Okay, so just going to run a brush through a little bit, just nice and soft. The ones underneath are looking pretty good, not gonna lie. Okay. So there is that. So I mean, you really are straightening out a lot of what you just did, but I'm okay with that. Okay, here's this side. Starting at the ends. I think a lot of people do this step with a like a wide tooth comb, which is probably way better, but I don't have a wide tooth comb. Sometimes I use my mom's like pick because it's pretty wide, but I just use my brush, and that's probably why my curls never turn out. Okay, those bottom ones, we let those relax a little bit. I like volume, so right now, I think that you could wear it out like this if you wanted to. I think that these waves would be okay. I am just not loving how curly this piece is. Hold on, I'm gonna try to straighten it out. Okay, that might be a little bit better. There's just like one super curly piece in there. That might be better. Okay. And then like if you get to this point and like you need to add some curls in, then I would just add some curls in. Like maybe like up here I might grab a piece and add one in, something like that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the way the front looks. Cause like the thing is like as the day goes, these are gonna end up falling anyway. So this is the hairspray that I use. It's just from TJ Maxx, like everything else I own. And it is Bedhead Full of It Volume Flexible Hairspray. I would disagree with the flexible. I think it's a little too harsh, but it's what I have right now, so it's what I use. And then, let's see here. Typically, I just like lift it up a little bit like this. And then I pretty much, I like to keep the top not looking so messy, but sometimes it does. Sometimes I like pull it up like this and then just kind of spray down here. And that usually gives me a ton of volume. With the short hair, it does stay pretty well. Yeah, I kind of just like lift it up and separate the curls and spray them. when they're lifted up. So I don't know if you can kind of tell how much volume we just gained. I'm not sure if you're looking for this much volume. Same thing with the left side. So I'm actually kind of liking how the, I think I said the wrong side, the right side turned out with the flat iron today. Okay, so there's that. It's a little frizzy now, so I might just go ahead and like brush them a little bit more, just so they're not so frizzy. Probably try to brush these ends so they are going together a little bit more. So this isn't my favorite look, but I think it's okay. I mean, I really never know how they're gonna turn out ever. But I swear it's different every time. Okay, I'll turn you around. Can you turn a video around? No? Let me try this, hold on. No, I just took a picture. Okay, well, I'll just hold you like this. So this is pretty much what it looks like right now. So we did lose a lot of curl, but it's kind of just wavy. So that's the wanded side. Yeah, probably the more that I mess with it like this, keep like kind of separating that, then I would probably go ahead and like spray that again. So I would be happy with that side probably. Then this is the flat iron. Like I said, some of these are going to let out a little bit. Yeah, I think I like those. It's okay. I wish I could turn you around so you could like look in the mirror with me. Okay. So there's pretty much the final product, I think. You'll have to tell me what you think. I mean, like I said, it's different every time. This is definitely different than the last time I did it, but I tried to do it the same. Okay, and then, so I would probably leave it if I was just like not wanting to be crazy or anything, just wanting to be like normal, beachy, wavy kind of look. But then I work with this girl at Outback, and she went to cosmetology school, and she always wears her hair like super big and stuff, which I really do admire. I like big hair, but sometimes when I wear my hair really big, I feel silly. But whenever I see her hair big, I love it. So I'm always asking her like what she does. And so her thing that she loves is this bedhead TG manipulator. So I got some of this at like Kroger. It was so expensive I couldn't believe that it was $20 for this. It just looks like this. And then you don't use very much. It's essentially like almost a gel, I guess. It's for texture. And then she says to do this with it. I don't know what this does. I kind of just rub it around. And then I would just go in like this. Kind of just scrunch it a little bit. Kind of touch the ends. And that really just locks in those curls, I think. Makes it kind of messy. She wears hers really messy, and I think it looks really cute, but whenever mine gets as messy as hers, I always feel like I look like a mess. So yeah, you have to be careful with it, because like if you put too much in, then it's just like game over and your hair's pretty much ruined. And then I would maybe go and try to like collect some of those frizzes. Okay. So I'm not sure if you can like tell a difference in what I just did, but that usually helps my curls stay in a little bit more. And if I want them to be like more dramatic or whatever. Okay. I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions or if you absolutely hate it and you want me to try again. I can do that. Like I said, I have all the time in the world. So, okay, well, hope you're doing good, and you'll have to curl your hair and send me the turnout and everything. I'd love to see it. And if you get any tips or anything, let me know, because like I said, it's trial and error for me pretty much every time. Like, this didn't really turn out quite as like awesome as I hoped that it would, but I would wear this. I mean, I think that it just looks kind of messy and effortless, which is good. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later.